Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to share with you 3 delicious vegan recipes that are perfect for anyone in your life that likes to eat meat, or for you if you like to eat meat. These are ones that I feed to my boyfriend all the time. He's a big meat person. He is definitely not vegan and he loves these meals. So these are perfect for anyone that traditionally thinks that you can't have a meal without meat. I hope. So without further ado, here are 3 delicious vegan recipes for meat lovers. So I'm starting with this delicious tofu tikka masala. It's an Indian-inspired dish. Chana masala is very popular, made with chickpeas, but generally tikka masala is made with chicken. And I do it with tofu instead, and I think it works perfectly. It's so delicious. I use cashew cream in case of the heavy cream, but you can definitely also use coconut milk instead of the cashew cream. Whatever works for you, it's so good. I would say the seasoning is the most important part here. So starting with our sauce ingredients, we have a can of tomato sauce, a cup of cashew cream, which is just cashews blended with veggie broth, and then we have minced garlic, veggie broth, and our seasonings. So I'm starting off just by cubing up my tofu, and I froze this in the fridge overnight and let it thaw because that gives it like kind of a more chickeny texture. And then I just seasoned it with some nutritional yeast and mixed everything around just to give it a little extra flavor before cooking it and adding the sauce. Now I am adding my veggie broth, which takes the place of oil, and then I'm adding my minced garlic. This also adds a ton of flavor. Of course, you can use fresh. This is just easier. And then I'm adding the cubed tofu, mixing everything around together really nicely. And while I'm doing this, we are cooking on about a medium-high heat, just to let it kind of slightly crisp up. Not too much though, just for a few minutes. Now I'm adding the tomato sauce. And then I'm just gonna mix that around. Now I'm going to go in with the cashew cream. And then I'm going to mix that until it becomes a really nice pink color. Okay, now I'm adding all of my seasonings. I would say the garam masala is the most important one. You can also make your own. Just look up what the ingredients are online because you may have a lot of those spices on hand. And yeah, just mix that with like curry powder and onion powder just to give it a lot of flavor. If you want it spicy, also add cayenne pepper. It's super delicious. For my side for this dish, I'm just making cauliflower rice, which I'm just doing just for a lower carb option, but I do love eating it with regular rice too. And then I serve it and we are good to go. Super easy, delicious, perfect weeknight dinner, and you can make large batches that you can have throughout the week. All right, so my second recipe is these delicious spicy noodles. It's a stir fry, it's super easy. I use a Trader Joe's vegan beef for this, which I love, but it would also be really good with chickpeas or with tofu, of course, if you don't want to do the fake meat. It's so good. Here we're starting with some frozen veggies, 2 blocks of ramen, and this beefless ground beef from Trader Joe's. It's the best one. It is super affordable compared to all other vegan ground beef options, so I highly recommend. And then for the sauce, I'm using veggie broth, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, brown sugar, red pepper flakes, and seasonings of choice. I'll include every detail of the recipe in the description box down below. Alright, so I'm going to cook my ramen according to package directions. You can use any kind that you like. Now I'm just adding everything together to a bowl, and then I'm going to mix it really nicely. I would say the star ingredient, since these are spicy noodles, is the red pepper flakes. Of course, if you don't like spicy food, don't add this and maybe add some of the other ingredients or add additional other seasonings with flavors that you like. I really love the spice that the red peppers add to this particular recipe. It's so good. So now I am just spraying my pan. I have it heated to medium high. Now I'm going to add both blocks of ramen and then just mix it around, try to break everything up. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my veggies. Mix that together, and I'm going to add the ground beef. Now I'm going to really mix it well. It's kind of stubborn. For some reason, all these ingredients took me a minute to mix. But yeah, just make sure everything's really well mixed together so you can get a bite of all the deliciousness together. Beautiful. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce. And then once again, just really mix that so that you get all that flavor in every bite. All right, so now all that's left is just cooking everything on medium high to high for just about 5 minutes. It really doesn't need that much time. This is a super quick dinner and it heats up well. But obviously leave it as long as you want. And then I just topped it off with some green onions and it was so delicious. And this is a staple for us on weeknights. So for my last recipe, I wanted to show you these delicious Asian inspired meatballs. I use Impossible meat for these and they are so good. They really don't taste vegan at all and are definitely going to impress anyone in your life that regularly eats meat. Meat, I like to use this because it works extremely well as meatball. Next, I'm adding breadcrumbs, a flax egg, which is just 2 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, minced garlic, about a tablespoon, soy sauce, and then I'm adding gochujang sauce because I love the flavor. It's perfect for these meatballs. Now I'm adding a lot of scallions, about half a cup maybe, chopped up. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix everything around. And of course, all the specific measurements and details are going to be in the description box below. So just mix everything until it's well combined so you can get all that flavor in each meatball. And these are so good. Okay, and once it's done mixing, go ahead and roll it up into balls, whatever kind of size that you want. These are probably like medium sized. And I think it's perfect.